What's up, everybody? My name is Ling, and we're back here with the Icy Scoop. It's been quite a while. We've taken a little bit of a hiatus. Summer's been quite eventful, to say the least. A lot of growth, a lot of interesting events have happened, but we made it to the fall. Hopefully we make it to the new year. We really got to be here today. This awesome space that you guys see here today, you guys haven't seen it before, but this is here because of gallery art. And we want to give a big shout out to gallery art.
Big shout out.
Big shout out. If you guys haven't checked them out, we're going to put them right here on the bottom. Check them out. Beautiful art pieces. But honestly, Alan, we're at the Icy Scoop, man. like what?
It only took us 5 episodes.
It only took us 5 episodes to get here. And honestly, I'm really excited for everything that we're going to be accomplishing next. Today we actually start a new segment into the series that is all about art. As an artist myself, very creative myself, I love all types of art, whether it be music, actual painting, graphic design, anything. I mean, what is really art? Anything is really art. Even cooking is art, right? But we have a really special guest today, and we're glad that she could join us today. Her name is Desi. So everybody welcome Desi to the Icy School.
Welcome, Desi.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Thank you for coming over here, man. Like, honestly, like, first of all, just to let you guys know, like, we met Desi because of Ariel and Merv, who work at Gallery Art. And the story of how we even got there is for another episode, but thankfully we were introduced to Desi. We saw her art and we were like, wow, she's fucking dope. We need her on our podcast, and now she's here. She was cool enough to say yes to being on these Two Little Losers podcast. Goats. She said go. Hey.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
Goats.
I'm gonna caption that one too. But Desi, man, how's life been? Like, what are you currently working on? Tell us a little bit more about you, your art, and what you do.
Okay, so right now I'm working on like sort of behind the scenes things currently, as far as like developing my website. I'm building a font for people to purchase and start using.
Wow.
Like a font?
Like a text font. Yeah,
that's
it's
dope.
Gonna be
That
crazy.
really is dope.
How do you like go about making that?
I hand draw everything,
Okay.
so I have to go through the full alphabet and do stuff like that. I'm getting more content from my website, just trying to like show up and be places and sort of just like, get in touch with the community and stuff like that.
What are you gonna name your font? Because you know how they have like all those
They
weird,
have a
like
bunch
Times
of
New
names.
Roman and
So my brand name is Mood Rich, so I'm probably just gonna stick with that.
Mood Rich.
I would
Mood
love
Rich. Yeah.
Mood Rich. Where does the inspiration for that come from?
So I got that name years ago from a friend of mine named Sammy. Shout out to Sammy. I had to pay him for the name one day. I haven't paid him yet. I was trying to come up with a name for my art, for my brand, and we were just texting back and forth, going through like dope shit, and he was like, how about Mood Rich? I was like, yeah.
How do you spell it? How do you spell it?
So it's literally Mood, Mood, and Rich, Rich.
All together?
Yeah, I got it tatted on me too.
Oh shit.
Oh, wow.
It's a gang.
Oh shit. Show the camera. Okay.
Yeah.
Mood Rich.
That's a big move
That's
right
forever.
there.
So font wise, what are you looking for? Like, you're looking for like something bubbly, something like cursive.
So it won't be anything that people haven't seen from me before. It's sort of like a garden theme. So I do the bees, the butterflies, bones, the grass, stuff like that. And it'll all be in the shape of the letters, the outlines of the letters. So
That is so dope.
it's gonna be cool.
I can't wait for the outcome.
What's like your goal with the font?
I just am working on developing my brand. And so a lot of my artwork has to do with environment, and I'm trying to actually build an environment to where like people can just come, and anything that they know in life now, on earth, in the world, like is recreated in my artwork, in my art style. So like I said, I create environment. So the garden theme, the font is a garden theme because that's what's within my environment. So everything that they know now as regular would just be through my lens.
Damn.
I just want to like take people
crazy.
to a different space, to a different world.
I like
Different
that
world.
though.
Because
Yeah.
you have your artwork is different than most. You take a picture and then you recreate it and you start to draw, and it's like, I've never seen any type of artwork you've done before at all.
Yeah.
And you have to keep going because people like us are seeing you. And we brought you to our podcast as our first guest ever. And for me, it says something. Because look at all this art.
Yeah, it's
I would like to
crazy.
see your art in like museums over the world, international, and you
One
will
day.
get there. You will get there one day.
I will.
Facts.
It's all
You will.
within the alignment path.
It
It'll
really
get
is.
there. I really want to do the hard work now,
Right.
Yeah.
the annoying work now, and the busy work now, so that I have everything set up and I can kind of welcome people into my space.
So Desi, what started your artistic journey? Like what sparked it?
Growing up, I was always creative. As a kid, I would draw with crayons and pencils, and I was pretty good in art class usually, but it wasn't my passion. As I got into like my older years, I played ball. I
Right.
played basketball, and I thought that was gonna be like what I did for forever. I thought I was gonna go to college, play ball, play overseas, do all that. But eventually I realized that I wasn't passionate about it, and so I stopped playing. I played for fun, but I didn't play like seriously, like career-wise.
What made you realize that?
It wasn't something I deeply wanted to do. I realized that like playing at a college level was totally different. And it just wasn't the lifestyle that I really, really wanted, like in my heart. Took a lot of self-reflecting to do because that's all I had known for forever. But I couldn't deny the fact that like I knew I didn't want to keep on doing it.
Yeah.
But while I was playing ball, it took up so much of my time, I couldn't work. So I didn't have bread. So when my friends would go out, go to the movies, go eat, I was like, damn, I'm broke. Like, I
Right.
can't go nowhere. I don't have a car. Like, I'm always playing ball. I started painting on clothes, jackets, sneakers. I started tie-dyeing socks. I was painting on everything you could think of and selling it to people in my school. So I was basically trapping art out of my school, and that's how I would make bread. That's how I made
You really
bread.
think about it, yeah.
And so when it was time for me to graduate, I knew I wasn't too much of a school person, like college person.
Right.
So I was
I
like,
feel you.
well, I come from, my mother's side of the family is Puerto Rican. So she was like, you got to go to school or get a job. You got to do something. Like,
Something, yeah.
you're not going to do nothing.
Yeah.
So taking that into consideration, I was like, man, what could I do? In high school, my last year and a half, I got into the medical field, got my certifications. I was like, well, they make pretty good money. I could work like at the doctor's office or something like that.
Right.
But again, the problem is I'm not passionate about it. I don't want to be miserable.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I don't want to live a miserable life.
That's the thing, when you're like a creative person, like you, whatever you do, you need to have passion towards it, right? You need to be able to feel like there's a purpose behind it. And when you don't have that, it kind of feels like you're dragging.
I'm dragging
Right.
your life.
You're like dragging through life. You wake up every day and you're like, ugh,
Not again.
this again.
So to be honest, when I applied for going to art school, I was bullshitting. I was like, I gotta go to school for something, so let me
Right.
just go for art. And it wasn't until I got there and started learning the fundamentals and the history and meeting other artists and realizing like these are my people, like I connect with these people effortlessly and it doesn't take very much. That's when I started to love it. Like that's when I developed my passion, developed my style, started like actually creating goals for myself and things like that, and it just took off from there.
That's fucking beautiful.
That
'Cause
really is.
one thing I've realized about a lot of like the things people end up doing for the rest of their lives is that you don't ever really dream of that from the beginning. Like it very rarely happens where people are like, damn, like at 6, 7 years old, even at like 15, 16, they figure out what they want to do with their lives, you know? So it's so awesome that you kind of just stumbled upon it and you've always had the talent, but you never really figured out that was your passion until later on in life.
It was like art found me, basically.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking for it. I was just doing it. And then once I like got like in there, like in the game with art, it just like completely just like took over my life.
That's
But it's cool because all the things I thought I wanted to do with basketball, like get sneaker deals, be on magazines, commercials, billboards, I've been able to do all that with my art. So like I always had those dreams and they were always motivators, but I just didn't know it would be in a different form.
So I see you did a collaboration.
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 You always get.
It's always that word.
You always
It's
get
that
stuck.
word.
It's okay, bro. It happens to me all the time.
Collaboration.
It's always that word. I'm telling
I don't know about y'all, but being
Collaboration.
bilingual, I don't know how to speak either English or Spanish. I
Right.
say like the biggest like disparatos
Collaboration,
like, all
there
the
you
time.
go.
I'm Puerto Rican, I only speak English.
Come on now, bro.
Breaks my heart.
Come on now, bro. Ariel over there, freaking
I'm sorry.
Alan over here. I'm like I'm like Puerto Rican by association at this point.
I blame my mom.
You don't know how to speak nothing?
I'm like, just might survive.
But you've been to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And you've been there like a few
When
times.
I was younger, I had no reason to just be speaking to like regular people there. Like I wasn't talking to anybody like that. I was like
Right.
15.
I feel you. Anyway, go
Danger.
So I say you.
just say it.
Nah.
Collab. Just be like collab.
Collab. Bet.
There you go.
Collab.
Collab.
So I saw you did a collab with Corleroy.
Yeah, Colorado.
Colorado.
No, she didn't just do a collab. She came out on.
Her album.
She came out on
Album cover.
Album cover.
Track
You did
list.
album
Track
cover.
list.
Artist
Cover.
reveal.
Everything.
Flyer.
It came out on Jimmy Fallon, right?
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon. Another crazy
Jimmy
thing.
fucking Fallon, bro.
Jimmy Fallon.
Can y'all fucking believe that shit?
The way that, listen, I was asleep.
Oh my god, the way you got the news.
And
huh?
one of my homegirls hit me and was like, yo, this is so dope. And it was like a Instagram DM, so I only saw it for like 12 seconds. I was like, what the hell? Jimmy Fallon. Like I didn't.
Yeah.
What do we got to do with me?
Another crazy thing, like, of course you always think about being on Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
Like, you sit in the mirror,
Right.
like, if you were on the show, what would I say?
Right.
And I was there. Like, my artwork was there.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
And he literally like
He was holding it.
like
Put it right there.
What?
That's something that I never even thought of.
So how did that collaboration go? Like
How did it even happen?
yeah.
I literally just messaged her. I was like, yo, let's work. She was like, okay, bet.
Wow.
She linked me up
Shot
with
your
her
shot.
team.
Hey, she's a baller. You feel
But
me?
that's what I tell artists all the time. Like, just go for it. Don't be
The worst
nervous.
you can
Don't be
get is a no.
scared. You don't even need to be that confident. Just shoot your shot.
yeah.
Especially if you're someone who, you know, you're talented, you know, you put in the work, like, you're determined, you're passionate. Just do it because people see it and they recognize it
Yeah.
and they appreciate it. And so I DM'd her and it was that.
And she was like, "Yo, like, make me some artwork for my album," or were you just like,
She
"Hey"?
connected me with her team.
Oh, okay.
And we just had a conversation, went back and forth. I thought I would do like a single cover or maybe something for her house. And it ended up being her debut album artwork.
That's
so I was like, oh
insane.
shit.
That is
Which is
insanity.
crazy because when she first came out like years ago, I was listening to her already. So I never even thought about doing cover art for her. But I was fucking with her music, so I was always listening to her, and it's almost kind of like I manifested the opportunity, and it happened.
You went for
crazy.
it. You were like, "Hey, it's here. Let me go for it." Like you said, the worst thing that could happen is a no or a no reply.
A no reply.
But at the end of the day, if you miss 100% of the shots, you don't take.
I just imagine listening to her album and be like, damn, I did her cover art.
Yeah.
Cover art. That's just something good to say because you did her cover art.
Debut too.
Debut.
So that's like a history. That's like
Yeah.
Wow.
that's
I
crazy.
bet for her, it's also like really special because to get that responsibility to be the artist of someone's first debut album, and then I mean, when people put out their debut albums, they're putting in like their heart and soul
That's
into that because
forever.
it's either like
That's the standpoint.
it's either it flops or it's a hit. You feel me? So for her to trust you with that, that's dope. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool, and I appreciated a lot of elements of working with her because when we were trying to figure things out, she kind of knew what she wanted, and it just made my job a whole lot easier.
lot easier.
Because I already came with a style and an environment, and it was sort of like, I like this.
Yeah.
Maybe let's try this.
And
this that,
you
this.
were listening to her from the beginning.
get-go.
So I already had a grasp of like her style, what she talks
Right.
about, her swag. Like
Exactly.
I already kind of knew
A sense
how
of
that
who
was
she
going.
was.
Yeah. So it was effortless, to be honest.
So if you could choose one artist to do their cover art, who would it be?
Oh
Who would it
my
be?
god, I can't do that.
Nah, you gotta
Ah.
top
I
three,
have-
top three.
4.
Top four,
Give me
top four,
four,
top
give me
four, top
four.
four.
And not in order.
I'm
It
gonna
doesn't
give
have
you
to be in
five.
order.
I'm gonna give you five.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw an extra one in there.
Okay. Tyler the Creator.
Tyler, the creator. Hell yeah.
Okay.
Pharrell.
Ooh.
And it all makes sense, right?
It does.
It all makes
Yes,
sense.
yes.
Jaden Smith.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I see you.
Kid Cudi.
Hell yeah. What?
Kid Cudi and Amine.
I love Amine. Oh my
I
god.
think you
Yeah.
and Kid
Okay.
Cudi will go really as a really great mash.
Yeah.
Because Kid Cudi has that trippy vibe, and you have that trippy
Yeah.
content creative vibe.
I feel like all of the ones that she just like said would go really well
Yeah.
with her style. Like especially because they're not that they're all the same. They're all very different in their own respects, but they're all like they all put out certain type of music that makes you feel certain type of things.
They're like very developed artists.
Yes.
They all have been able to like create their own space, like their own world that you could step into.
Exactly. Their own environment.
And that's visually what I'm trying to do. So I just feel like it would be effortless with those collabs.
Have you ever like thought about like learning animation?
Yes, I have.
Like,
it takes a shout out to all the people that do
I know,
because I've tried and I've downloaded like smaller apps that I could do on my iPad and like just learn slowly, and it's hard as hell.
It's very time consuming and tedious.
Very tedious,
meticulous, tedious. Like you gotta. I mean, like animation is crazy, but claymation is even crazier. Like that's
claymation. Yeah, that's like.
You ever seen claymation?
I think I know. I got one homegirl that does it. And she's really good at it.
That's
but
nutty.
It is crazy.
It's nutty. But I visualize like your art style with like some crazy animated, like even if you make like a crazy animated music video, like that would be dope.
Yeah.
Like all colorful and shit, like super trippy.
Yeah,
that's definitely on my bucket list of things that I want to do.
I see you doing it.
Yeah, literally your artwork looks like it belongs in a music video.
Yeah. Literally.
In a trippy music video, yeah.
Literally.
We'll get there.
You will.
You got all the
there.
time in the world, bro. Like that's the thing about like creating and being an artist. Like you never want to put yourself in a box, and I feel like you're that type of person that you just want to do a bunch of different things, and you're able to because you're not scared to do them. I know last time we spoke, you were all like, "Oh, I don't really like to try new things unless I'm finished with something new." But I feel like as you grow as an artist, you'll be able to do so many different things all at once because you're gonna have the opportunity to, you know.
Right. I just have so many ideas. Is just knowing myself is best for me to lock in on one thing for like a good amount of time, kind of get a grasp on that, and then I can move on to the next thing.
I mean, you also never want to do like too much.
Never.
At the same time, like,
because like I said, I'm really trying to develop something solid, so I gotta go piece. It's like a puzzle. Like you gotta go piece by piece. Sometimes you have a piece that you think fits and it doesn't, so you have to move on to the next thing. So I'm just trying to make sure that I'm in alignment and not putting too much pressure on myself, but also actively working towards all my ideas.
I feel that. So as far as inspiration for your art, like who are your biggest inspirations as far as artists or anybody that has shaped you? Me, bitch.
A lot of my art has to do with me.
You, okay.
Like it's like being an artist is my way of like being selfish. It's like my self-care, it's my self-love. So most of my art just has to do with me. Okay. It's the things that I like when I do
You're
sneakers,
yourself.
shoes, music, like my self-portraits. It all has to do with me.
I like the answer. I really like the answer.
She's like, me, bitch. Who else?
Yeah, just to be completely honest.
But as far as like other artists, like I know that you told me that you really liked Cause.
Yeah.
Who else? You mentioned 2 other artists that like you really, really liked.
So there's another artist. His name is Aaron Kai. My homegirl Distorted. And Cause. That was 3 people I named, right?
Yeah.
4 people I named? Yeah.
What do you like about like their respective arts?
Again, they all have their own worlds. They're all building their own space to where like even if you see it on a billboard or even see a sticker, you know who made
it's
that.
them. Yeah.
Because it's so developed and consistent.
Yeah.
Cause like Cause when you see Cause. It's just yeah.
It's like their brand. Like you see it and you know what it is. You know.
Yep.
I like that. I really like that. Cool. Yeah. But what about your brand? Like, where do you want to get with that? Like, what are your plans? Your next plans?
What are
with
your
that?
goals for being an artist?
My goals are always evolving. Sometimes I do things that I never even had as a goal.
Yeah.
Like doing a billboard, I didn't have that as a goal, and I did that. So like I'm always getting into really cool shit somehow. So I guess that confirms that I'm in alignment with what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah. But I do have things in the back of my head that I'm always like, okay, I want to do this. Like I want to make a sneaker. I want to work with like maybe New Balance or New Balance, Adidas.
They just. What do you think about? Okay, like I don't even want to get off topic from you because this is about you, shorty. But now that we're in topic about Adidas, what do you think about the Kanye?
I know what you're gonna say.
What do you think about the Kanye situation?
Put you in the hot seat.
You know, as an artist, it always gets very difficult being asked personal things about another artist. Yeah. And people have been asking me a lot of what I think about that situation. I've been avoiding it because I don't even like reading about it.
Yeah. Right.
I don't like seeing it.
Yeah.
It's an everyday thing now.
I feel like everything doesn't deserve attention and energy. And this just so happened for me personally to be one of those situations where it's like I can't even involve my thoughts, my time, my energy to even acknowledging the situation.
It's very sticky.
It's really disappointing.
Yeah.
And
I feel like that's the biggest feeling that a lot of, like, not only you but a lot of people are feeling that, because it's just like, how does somebody like that, like, because
but it's also a moment of realizing, like, your idols are human.
Right.
The people that you idolize and forever just hold up at a certain level and standard are human people. And they're forever evolving. And whichever way they're going to go is just what it is. Whether they go up, they go down, left, right. Like, they're human, just like us. So they're going to disappoint us. And I think for me, as a fan of people and a human and an artist, I've learned to kind of, like, take a step back and remember, like, okay, yeah, this person could be like a superhero to me, but, like, every superhero has their kryptonite.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's facts.
Nobody's perfect.
That's facts.
So I think with this situation, I'm more so disappointed and, like, aggravated.
Yeah.
Because he's one of those artists, creators, just like geniuses, that is like, damn.
Because I'm speechless. Look at everything Kanye's done. Like, Kanye's amazing. Like, he's done so much. Like, but that also goes to show how everything that you create and everything that you've gained could be taken away from you like this.
In a heartbeat.
Like, in a heartbeat. Like, you really have to be responsible, especially when you have all that power, right?
Right.
Which is...
heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Exactly.
That part.
Exactly. So, I mean, it is disappointing, and it's like, I'm never gonna say Kanye's not a fucking genius and he's not one of the best fucking artists of all fucking time. He is. But at the same time, it's like, you know, there's several lines that should have never been crossed, and I feel like they were, and I feel like right now a lot of people feel just like you. You know? But we're gonna take a little break. We actually have a surprise for you.
What?
Ooh, we got a surprise for you. So we're about to prepare it, and we'll be right back. All right, see y'all in a bit.
Hey, yeah. Icy. I'm so fucking cold, baby. I'm so fucking cold. Yeah, I'm icy.
So, like I told you guys, this is the icy scoop. So it's only right that we eat ice cream, right?
So it's an icy scoop.
It's the icy scoop. But I asked Desi what her favorite ice cream was, and we got her
vanilla with sprinkles.
Vanilla with sprinkles. How does it taste, ma'am?
Very good.
It's good.
Very good. Very good.
It's very good looking.
The first one digging in.
Okay, hold up, because I wanna taste it too.
Sprinkles go crazy.
Sprinkles go crazy, right?
Classic rainbow sprinkles.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that cracker? That's great. That's how you know it's good. And I love the fact that, like, the sprinkles, like, when you mix it in with the vanilla,
it gives you a little rainbow. It's like a little surprise.
And I don't know, but it tastes like something to me.
It's bussin'.
It's busted.
I love lactose.
So it's crazy because I was just telling her, yeah, you know, like, moving forward, every time we have a guest on the podcast, we're gonna ask them for their favorite ice cream. And we're gonna get it because obviously we don't want to get, you know, an ice cream flavor that they don't like, or, you know, if they're lactose intolerant, we could get like a dairy-free one. She's like, damn, I'm lactose.
But I'm still gonna eat it though.
Oh yeah, I'm going to have first.
Honestly,
I'll take the L.
I don't know if I'm lactose or not, but I feel like I read something that, like, almost every adult is lactose intolerant in some type of degree. I mean, sometimes I eat a lot of cheese and it fucks up my stomach, but I'm gonna still eat it.
Right.
Like, if I was allergic to anything, which thankfully I'm not. I don't know if you guys are.
Not at all.
I like seafood, bruh. If I was allergic to seafood,
No me muero. I would die.
What?
What's the point of living?
What's the point of
Like, you
breathing?
can't have a shrimp?
Like a
Shrimp. A jumbo shrimp.
crab leg?
Nah, take me out.
Yo, y'all heard about the?
Send me to glory, because I can't do it.
Y'all heard about what happened to the crabs? They're like going in danger or some shit.
Or going extinct.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Girl, you better rack up on your crab legs.
And that hurts me because I'm a Cancer.
There was a
Damn.
certain type of millions of crabs that automatically disappeared
Yeah.
off the face of the planet. They don't know what happened.
You know what it was? It wasn't PPP loans.
Oh shit!
Everybody was getting. Everybody was. Everybody during the pandemic was making them seafood boils. I know y'all remember. Y'all remember. Y'all were out doing it, bro. Poor crabs. Like, I'm just saying.
The crawfishes.
Nah, crawfish is trash.
They're too small.
They can get out of here.
They don't really have a lot of meat.
There's no flavor.
Yeah, no.
What's the point?
Yeah, no.
I thought she was talking about the crawfish when they would do videos and make crawfish with the orange juice and the.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw.
There's like viral videos of people making crawfish.
You never seen that? It was like a seafood boil, but there was like a lot of crawfish in it.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, no. I mean, crab all day. Crabs,
Lobster.
crabs, lobster, shrimp,
Lobster with the butter.
lobster bisque.
Ooh,
You ever tried?
that shit. That shit gets crazy. Like a nice lobster with warm butter.
Warm butter, hell yeah.
Oof.
For me, it's shrimp, jumbo shrimp, anything
In
with
any
shrimp.
kind of way.
Any kind of way.
Fried,
Any kind of
grilled.
way. A lot of people don't like shrimp.
And like that sauce, that red sauce.
The Old Bay.
Sauce.
The Old Bay. Or like garlic with butter.
Oof. Y'all been to Cajun boil and like y'all got in like the super spicy like
Yes.
butter?
That's to die for. I would actually die for that.
I would die for it too. Are we all gonna make a pact to die for it?
I would die for it.
Are you guys down?
I'm down. What's up?
But
Sign me up.
what's the verdict on the ice cream?
Fire.
Fire.
10 out of 10.
It's Haagen-Dazs, so you know
Okay.
they don't really fail.
Never.
They don't really fail. Like, so yeah. So if you're watching this, you now know that we're gonna eat ice cream every episode. Y'all got some ice creams y'all want us to try? Let us know because we will. If y'all want to sponsor us, here we are.
Haagen-Dazs, what's up?
The Icy Scoop, Haagen-Dazs, Ben & Jerry's,
I'm in
Cold
legit
Stone. Shit.
I'm in legit tears right now because I almost choked on a sprinkle.
Cause of death, sprinkles.
Sprinkles. I'm legit dying right now.
That's some crazy ass shit. Like, what? But thank you guys so much for being with us on the break. We're gonna eat this ice cream and then we'll be back. Love y'all.
Yeah, icy, icy. I'm so fucking cold, baby. I'm so fucking cold. Yeah, I'm icy.
And we're back with the icy scoop. And we just finished eating our ice cream. It was vanilla with sprinkles. It was Desi's favorite. How did you like your favorite ice cream?
It was perfect. It was everything I wanted.
You were the first one digging in.
Yeah.
It almost choked me.
Alan's over there like
Trying not to get my face
dying,
in the camera.
dying. But it was good. Honestly, 10 out of 10. You could never go wrong with vanilla. Like,
Never.
y'all don't
Vanilla
like.
goes to everything.
People don't like vanilla, and I'm just like, kind of whack. Especially with sprinkles. You feel me?
Confession.
What?
I love butter pecan ice cream.
I love
but I
it.
always
What?
spit out the pecans.
What?
Why?
How does that work?
I don't like the pecans. I just like the flavor of it.
You don't like the pecans in the ice cream, or you just don't like pecans?
I don't
You don't
like
like
pecans,
pecans.
but I like the flavor. I'll suck the pecan and spit it out in like a
Okay.
cup.
You're weird. My favorite ice cream is Rocky Road.
Basic.
What?
Super basic.
How is that
That's not a
basic?
confession.
Nah, that's a good ice cream. I'm so sorry, but like that's the best. Like fuck your vanilla.
Nah.
What's yours?
I'm basic too. I'm a strawberry cheesecake type of guy.
Ooh.
Okay,
I
fancy.
have to have that cheesecake and that strawberry.
Classy.
Nah, but like if I go to Cold Stone, my favorite ice cream from there is a Founder's Favorite.
I don't know.
It has like brownie. It's like a sweet cream ice cream, which is like kind of vanilla, but it's like a little bit sweeter. And then it has walnuts. It has brownies. It has caramel, and then something else. But they like, you know how they like, you know, put it all together in their thing or whatever, and then they put it in a cup. So good. No, you're not buying it. It's okay. As long as I'm eating it, not you.
You got that. You got
You
that.
feel me?
You got
She'll have
that.
her vanilla with strawberries.
I'm good with like a
sprinkles.
solid cookie dough too.
Yeah, cookie dough. Hell yeah.
Cookie dough.
Basic.
Fire. Cookies and cream?
I'll go for cookies and cream too.
Okay, cool.
That's a good one.
Cool. So anything like vanilla based with like a little thing on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Little
No
pizzazz.
chocolate?
Nah.
No, that's why you're hitting on my Rocky Road.
I feel on the chocolate though,
not
because
chocolate
too much
ice cream.
chocolate is like.
Yeah,
Maybe like a little fudge sprinkled on
Yeah.
it, but not.
but see, the Rocky Road has the chocolate, and then it has, I think it's what, peanuts or something, and then it has the marshmallows.
Yuck.
Whatever. I liked you till now. No, I'm kidding. I still fuck with you. But so back to what we were talking about. Like, what do you have planned coming up in like the next couple of months, right before the year ends? Like, do you have anything special planned?
So really right now I'm just focused on doing all the background work for my brand, and then when the year starts, I'm going to be getting into a couple cool things that I don't want to talk about yet.
Okay.
But right now I'm just doing the hard work, basically.
Dope. So the font, what else do you have?
Building a new website
Okay.
that's more developed and caters more towards what I do, like having real content on there, like videos, a full gallery of like the work that I've done, a gallery of my collaborations, a page where people could shop. I'm going to try to drop some merch because people ask me about merch all the time. I'm just like,
Yeah.
Finally going to do that. And just the background stuff that
feel you.
every artist probably should have.
And you were telling us that you wanted to get more into like dropping more content, so that's gonna be really good for you. Yeah. Would
Content as far as like people seeing me in my process.
Got you.
Because that's another thing people are always asking me about is like
So
what's
like
my
a
process
behind the
like.
scenes type of
Yeah.
thing.
Mhm.
Okay, that would be really, really dope.
So I'm also on my website gonna do this page that's get dedicated as like a playlist of songs that I listen to while I'm working, so people can kind of see like what vibe I was in.
That's dope.
While doing the art. Wow.
That's really, really dope. What would be like your right now, like one of your favorite songs, like to play when you're creating?
So I'm like the biggest Kehlani fan of all time.
love her. Oh
So
my
I'll
God,
just
that's my wife.
Think,
Kel-
Kehlani,
Listen,
shuffle,
hold up,
and that's
hold up.
it.
Listen, Kalani,
You got her.
if you are watching this, listen.
Me first. Bring the camera back.
Listen, if you are watching this,
You know, if you know,
If you
you
know.
got it.
right here,
You got it.
right, I mean, I don't mind sharing.
Nah.
No.
I'm a Cancer.
Listen. We gonna have to make a negotiation or something. Yo, I was literally, she was on a live, bro. The thing is that I'm putting pressure on Kalani. Kalani, if you see this, mamas,
This
come
big
to Miami.
You
I'm
blew up.
gonna get you some ice cream. All right. Let me know what flavor you like. I got you.
I'm dead.
I'll fight you.
I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. I'm a
All right,
Cancer.
well, whatever I gotta do, love, fight, kick, scream, anything. She's mine.
It's not going down that
She's
way.
mine. She's
What's your
mine. I'm an Aries.
So aggressive.
Exactly.
So aggressive.
I gotta agree because I'm an Aries too.
We're both Aries.
So aggressive
Two Aries and a
with it.
Cancer.
So aggressive with it.
Hey,
But wait,
my rising
I
is
don't apply
Cancer.
pressure. I just
So
know,
what's
come,
so
come,
you
you're
said it was
invited.
Cancer. What else?
but I am an Aries moon.
Exactly. That's why you told me you were an Aries something. So I know that be coming out of you here and there.
I'm an Aries moon.
I know that you got some aggression
She
on
already
you.
snapping from that.
Yeah. What
I'm
you
an
talking,
Aries moon.
talking about?
Aquarius rising. For most part, I be chilling.
For the most part.
I'm
And then
chilling.
there's that slight part where she's not.
Just thinking the worst.
But anyway,
My
sorry
Aries
for.
definitely carries the team. For sure. That's how I get shit done.
That's what I'm saying. That's that action, you feel me? But cancers are pretty dope. One of my best friends is a Cancer. A little emotional, you feel me? But
We're all
but
emotional,
in a
though.
good way.
We're all emotional.
Nigga.
We're
Good
all emotional.
We are.
Cancers wear their emotions on their sleeve.
Yeah.
I think that's the difference.
I mean, I have a Pisces rising, so and like 4 other Pisces placements, so I'm like emotions run deep, deep. But
Very.
sorry for interrupting you about Kalani. I just
Yeah,
I feel
you have
I feel
raw
very deeply about that, and yeah,
Listen, I'm as passionate as I could possibly be about it.
yeah.
You can be aggressive all you want.
It's all right, baby.
I'ma just
It's all right,
knows.
baby. It's all right. She knows too. You feel me?
knows what's up.
It's all good.
She knows.
I know she knows. But so Kalani, that would be like
Yeah.
okay.
So naturally, like even when I get in the car, think, Apple Music, Kehlani Shuffle.
Did you go to her last concert that she had here? You did?
And I was really close.
I heard it was awesome.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
She's a really great performer.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's hard to come up on musicians now that are also really good performers.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, moving around the whole time, interactive, dancing, like, it was just, it was
she
a
be
crazy
performing.
experience.
All right.
Like, the stage, everything
she be crazy.
was like 10 out of 10 for sure.
She be mad
And then
crazy.
she brought Destin Conrad. She had Rico Nasty open up. And it was all really good.
Did she have, was it the one here where she had Jessie Reyes or no?
Nah.
No, it wasn't the one here, no. But that's another artist that she's really dope. I don't know if you've heard her music before.
I have.
She's fire. She's really, really fire. She was actually, well, I think her show got canceled, but she was supposed to perform in Miami like a week or two ago, but because of the rain, it got canceled or some shit. But she's really dope. Like, she has some really cool stuff coming up. But man, Kehlani's fire. And I feel like also like her vibe and her music go really good with like your type of artwork, because it takes you on like that sort of like ride.
Have you shot your shot with Kehlani?
No.
She's waiting.
What's
bro.
stopping you?
I'm scared.
I'm scared.
I'm scared.
Kehlani's a Taurus.
Yeah.
Right?
But also, I don't know if I would though, because I really respect her.
Yeah.
Like, I think she's a great artist, an incredible writer, and I don't know her personally, but the vibe that I get from her is just really, like, just great.
Yeah.
So,
You think she's a little intimidating?
No,
No?
not really.
Okay.
Maybe. In what way?
I don't know.
Like, if I was going to shoot my shot? Or, like,
Just
if I
like-
was just talking to her,
Just
like,
as like a regular, schmegular
No,
convo.
I feel like she's
so
take
down
her
to
as a
earth.
very open
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
And she's a Taurus.
Yeah.
You know that Cancer Taurus compatibility.
Collaboration.
You got me fucked up now. Collaboration.
It's alright, guys.
Compatibility. Is
So you
like
do got a
that.
little Puerto Rican in you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I be talking fast
Slurring
and shit.
shit.
We talk, we don't really think before we talk.
Can we
Yes.
pronounce?
I just want to get my words
Right?
out. Like,
I feel you.
It'd be like that. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. But I think it would be really dope. Like maybe one day you'll be able to work with her. Like
Yeah.
that. I think like that would be a really good collaboration.
yeah. It would. I see that. I could see that.
I could see
I
that.
can
Like
definitely see it. I can definitely see it.
most
Yeah.
definitely. But yeah, I think right now one of the biggest things like when it comes to music is being able to like put out like a visual process, whether it be a music video or even art. I feel like a lot of musicians are starting to like blend their art with like other artists and doing those collaborations, and it's more of a it's a better creative process, because I feel like back in the days like a lot of people wouldn't really work too much together, especially with like the different types of arts, and now it's become like such a big thing. Like you see, I'm trying to think of an example, like look at Kanye West. Like, sorry to come back to the topic, but he's freaking crazy. Like when he came out with Graduation or Late Registration, like his whole thing with the bear and polo and all that, like he really made that his brand. So I think you yourself could like really work with so many artists. I mean, you've already worked with Koi. You have such a big opportunity to like put in your work with other people's and like create something that's bigger than life.
Right. That's
Like-
true. I think a lot of musicians are getting familiar with visual art and taking it more
Yeah.
seriously, because I think people are starting to grow a different level of respect for visual artists. And especially when it comes to music, it's like dealing with senses, right? So music is your hearing, but you want to see something.
Especially
Like, you
with,
don't want to keep your eyes closed. You want to open your eyes and have a full experience, and that's where the visuals come in. And I feel like it's becoming a thing for sure.
I think social media is like a really big factor that plays into that. Because I mean,
Oh, yeah.
everything now is like visual. Like
Social
look at Instagram. They're only doing reels now.
Yeah.
Like, well, they're not only doing reels, but like that's what they're pushing. And then you have TikTok, which is like little videos, and people get so creative with that. Like super creative with that. What else? I mean, like if you're an artist and you don't have a music video for like your single, then like what are you really doing, right? So like you said, yeah, it like visual art in itself has just become so important. I think it's kind of even
it's vital.
Surpassed like music, really.
It's needed.
Yeah,
like, people are starting to really realize that visuals play a huge part in like your brand and just your success, period.
Yeah,
people always want to be known for something, like a style or something they've made or what. Like another artist that has like their own space is Trippie Redd.
Yeah,
when you think of Trippie Redd, you don't just hear him, you see his shit.
Yeah,
right. And so yeah, it's vital.
They create their own world, like you said. Like it's literally their own freaking environment, and I think that's really important because it sort of plays in on everything else. Like when you see a brand, you see Nike, you know that's Nike. You know, Nike and Adidas might be very similar, but Nike and Adidas will never do the same thing.
Right.
Like it might kind of look the same, but you'll always see like where it differentiates. And I think artists are really picking that up. Like you're not just an artist, you're a brand. You know, people look at something, they're like, damn, that's Desi.
And I hope it encourages visual artists to keep on creating because they can receive these opportunities on different levels and different platforms.
Yeah.
As long as you keep creating and going public with it so people know that you're doing something and you make yourself accessible, like they reach out. Brands see you, they reach out, artists reach out. I've done like over the last 3 years probably 200 album covers that I don't always post, but that's the thing that I do on the side. And people come. Yeah. And when you do dope shit, like people recognize it. And these opportunities just, they happen. So.
When you do album covers, do you typically like stick to your style or do you work with like the artist and like they tell you, oh, I kind of want you to draw me something like this? Like, or do you have like your own like, hey, like this is my art, this is how I do it? Like, is it like similar to what you've been putting out that we've seen?
So when I first started making album covers or single covers, whatever, I would do whatever style people kind of wanted me to do. But now that I'm in my own space and I've developed and got to a certain level, it's my shit.
That's what I figured.
I always tell people, like, I make sure, like, you've seen my artwork, right? You've seen my style. This is, like, how I kind of go about things. And then also what's important for me now is not just taking the jobs that I'm handed. Yeah. Being picky and taking submissions and doing things that make sense for me, because I realized after a long time of just doing, even if I didn't like the song, I would do the cover art. After just spending so much time doing things that I didn't really care for, it was taking away energy and time from the things that I actually do want to do. Right. And so now I only kind of work with things that align with me, and it's always in my style.
It kind of goes with what we were talking about earlier, like having that passion, like doing things that you actually care for, really want to do, because not only are you gonna put your whole foot in that bitch, but like it's actually gonna mean something. Because I could just imagine, like I have a lot of friends that, for instance, like they're music engineers or producers, and like they tell me about crazy stories of them like working with people like that. They don't even like their art, they don't even like their music, and like I could just imagine how annoying it must be to sit like through hours of editing a song or like making it a cover art and not even liking it, you know? Right. Like how do you get those creative juices flowing to actually putting in your all into something that you don't even really fuck with?
If you need the money, you do it.
I feel that.
That was my situation. It's like I was going to school for art full time, just doing my art on the side, and being an art student took up so much time that I didn't really have time to get a job. So I was just making cover arts, and I was doing it for songs and music.
You were hustling.
I didn't, not that they were bad, they were just things that didn't cater to me that I didn't really like, but I needed the bread, so I was doing it. But now I'm in a position where I can be a little more choosy and picky with what I do, and I just try to stay true to myself and make sure I'm not wasting my time and my energy on.
So as you guys will notice, we have a different background. We actually brought, Desi actually brought some of her art with her. Crazy that. Tell us about how you've been to this warehouse before.
So everything, like I said, has purpose and comes around full circle. I believe in divine timing. Right. So before I met you guys, before I ever entered gallery art, I have some friends that are across the street in the other warehouse, and they were telling me about Gallery Art that owns this space that they're working on making it able for visual artists to come in and work and do their thing. So they brought me in here one day. I was like, oh, this is dope. Weeks later, maybe even a month later, I'm going to Michael's to grab something and I see Gallery Art. And I walk in and I meet these wonderful folks behind the camera. And then I meet you guys. You were like, yo, you want to do the podcast? I was like, yeah, bet, cool, what up?
Yeah.
And here we are.
That's crazy. Here we are, back again.
You posted on Instagram when you guys were here. And I was like, that looks so familiar. And you ended up being in the space. I was like, yeah, no.
Isn't that so crazy? Like, that's happened to me so many times, too. Like, even with this podcast, like, meeting Ariel and Merv, like, walking into Gallery Art and just seeing her and being like, yo, I haven't seen this girl in like 6 years. I met her at a Russ concert. Like, she came down from Austria. We spent the concert together, smoked some weed, listened to fucking Russ. Russ was like just coming up. And then we kept in contact in social media, and then boom, I walk into Gallery and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Beautiful.
But that's life, man. Like, that's life. And it's crazy how, like, you make such an impact on people that, like, you don't even know, like, that you make an impact on them. Because I would have never thought I would have seen her again in my life. Like, she lived in Austria, bro. And then meeting him, and then even meeting Alan. Like, we have the same birthday. We were born on the same day, same year. Like,
and we met on our birthday.
That's wild.
Like, on a boat. Like, shit's crazy. But tell us about these pieces. What do you have, like, name for your pieces, or tell us?
Yeah, so this one is called Stronger Than My Demons, and I did that last year, part of a collection. And this piece is basically just about, obviously, becoming stronger than my demons.
Right.
And growing the courage to fight my battles instead of running away, kind of just face them head on now and do my best. Throw my punches, basically. So that's my little demon right there.
And that's what the bees
my
are
Daisy.
attacking the demons.
So,
yeah.
Question, what do the bees and the butterflies symbolize?
So
I see that you, like, have them on most of your art.
Yeah. So even if you notice, my bees don't have stingers.
Yeah, none of them.
My bees don't have stingers. My bees are like my workers.
Okay.
And my butterflies, I always kind of felt like a butterfly in a way, because, you know, they don't fly straight, they flutter. So they're in a constant motion of being up and being down. And that's just who I've learned that I am emotionally. And that's kind of like how I go about life. It's like, it's a consistent, it's a flutter. Wow. And my bees are like my workers, like my fighters. So I make sure I incorporate them in all my pieces.
That's dope. Like, because you find, like, I've literally noticed, like, there's always, like, bees and butterflies in all of them. So it's really pretty dope.
And what made you put eyeballs in the flowers?
That's my all-seeing eye. Kind of like a third eye.
Right.
But it's mine.
It's yours. Okay.
Yeah.
But you have, like, a bunch of them. So are those supposed to be your demons, like, down there?
No,
or is that the demon?
Yes, that's
the demon. Oh, okay. So
and it's a fight. It's a battle right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see it. That's a crazy ass freaking demon.
How long does it take you to finish a canvas?
It depends on how much effort I put into it. Sometimes I could do it in a day, just depending on what life is like at the time. If I have other responsibilities and I can't dedicate a full day, it'll take me a few days, maybe a week, a couple weeks. It really just depends on how hard I go.
Have you ever, like, messed up, like, halfway done?
What do you mean?
Like, if we're finishing up a canvas.
Oh, these are not even done. I still gotta paint the sides. There's still, like, really light things that I have to do.
But has this ever happened to you where you're halfway done with a canvas and
I hate it?
And you hate it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you do?
And it's like the most disappointing feeling ever, because you're like, yo, my shit's about to be fire. Like, and of course the sketch is always like, you always have an ugly process.
Right.
And then once you get to that halfway mark, you're like, huh, am I past the ugly stage yet?
This is not what I thought it was gonna be.
Yes. I have tons of canvases that just, like, are not finished, that I don't ever plan on finishing. Because they're just not what I wanted to be.
Do you ever, like, reuse? Like, do you ever
reuse?
Draw black or white on top of them, just like?
And that's liberating.
Yeah.
Because it's like, fuck this.
Fuck this shit.
For sure.
I get it. What about this one? Right here.
This one I made recently. This is probably the most recent like large canvas that I've done, and this one's called Tending to My Garden, which has a lot to do with what my life is like right now. In the beginning of the year, I felt like my life kind of took a turn to be completely different, and this
in a
is
good
sort
way
of like
or a bad way?
in a good way now.
Okay.
But in the beginning of the year, my life was just not the same.
It
Like
felt
not
like
the
a bad
same
way,
friends. Everything was different. It's almost like I was a plant taken out of my garden and like planted somewhere else. So I wasn't familiar with like anything, to be honest. And now like this piece is me sort of getting used to and getting comfortable with what my life is like now and appreciating where I am at this point in time, like in my journey. So
You're watering your roots.
yes, really beautiful. A lot
I
of
feel
new
like
things.
Change is uncomfortable. You know, like change
is.
makes you really uncomfortable and puts you in a mindset where you feel like your whole world is crumbling and falling apart. But that's usually when you know that like you're about to level up, elevate into the next chapter, the next version of you that you're supposed to be. And unfortunately, you do lose a lot of things that maybe one day you thought, hey, this is gonna be in my life forever. But then,
And I even hate to use the word lose.
Yeah.
I feel like we shed things
I like
that just don't suit us anymore,
Yeah.
to be honest. Because even if you're not growing, life is like a consistent balancing act. So you have your lows, you have your highs, and then you have those moments where like maybe you're a little higher than you are low, but it's not completely balanced. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't even say lose. I would just say you grow into new skin, you grow in new spaces, you meet new people, like your attitude is different, you work in a different space, like you live in a different space, and you kind of have to maneuver and find a comfortable spot, not necessarily comfortable, but something that fits who you are at that point in time. And that's kind of where I am right now. So
Got you. How do you like differentiate like your career and your artwork from like your personal life? Does it ever like get in between each other? Like do you ever run into issues where you're like, damn, I'm focusing way too much on my art and not giving enough effort into my personal life, or vice versa?
So that's like a big lesson I've learned this year, is to make sure that I don't focus too much on being an artist and not a person, like a daughter, a sister, a friend, a cousin, like making sure my actual like regular life is also tended to. But I also realize that when I take the time out to make sure I'm living my life as a regular person, the inspiration for the artwork is effortless. I don't have creative blocks. I don't have problems with being inspired. Like, all my ideas are genuine because they're inspired by my real life. Because I'm taking that time out to live, to explore, to travel, to be with my family,
inspired.
to experience love and experience friendships and stuff like that. So,
And that brings you that inspiration, and it's seamless, you know, like you don't have to search for it.
Effortless.
especially because I like to make art about real life.
Yeah.
My life. And if I'm not living my life, then what am I making art about?
That's facts.
That part.
It's a bar. That's a bar. So what do you want to do with these two pieces? Like, what's your goal for them? Do you want to like get them into like a gallery, and you want to sell them?
I've never had a solo show.
Ooh,
I still have yet to have a solo show. So I'm working on that.
that'll be dope.
I'm working on
stay
painting
tuned.
more because I do a lot of digital work.
Well, we definitely want to be invited, so you better let us know.
Oh, y'all gotta be my VIP guests.
Ooh,
So who knows how to DJ?
VIP. I
know people.
I know DJs.
You know what I'm saying?
You feel
yeah,
me?
of
We know
course.
people.
We'll bring gang. You feel me? But
course.
yeah, we'll be there. We'll definitely be there. I think I mean, they have to come too. All of us.
Yeah,
We're all coming.
for
Shit,
sure.
we're all coming. But Desi, it was a pleasure to have you on this sixth episode.
Sixth episode. It's been a while.
It's been a long road for us, but we're really glad that you were able to come here, talk to us about who you are, talk to us about your art, share these beautiful pieces with us. Plug yourself in so everybody knows where to find you.
My name is Desi. Des with it. Instagram, Twitter, everything is the same. Des with it. My website, www.moodrich.com. You can find the link in all of my social media sites. I do a lot of artwork, so I'm constantly posting, so I'm not forgettable.
Don't
that's
forget
it.
that part. She's not forgettable.
She's not forgettable. You feel me? Y'all better look out for that shit.
That's it. That's it.
But it's been a pleasure to have you guys with us back here again. Again, my name is Ling.
My name is Alan.
Again, this is Desi. Des with it. We're gonna put her handles right here on the bottom. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you so much, Gallery Art, for allowing us to use this space. Thank you so much, Merv and Ariel, for being behind the scenes and being freaking awesome. We love you guys. See you next time.
Peace, peace, peace.
Ice, ice, ice.
Hey, yeah.